In today's news, Digital Money, the New Era of Internet Commerce is a book published back in 1966, almost 30 years ago now, which perfectly describes Ripple with XRP. And Wall Street expert Linda P. Jones commented on the post about the book, confirming that everything regarding money has to be pre-planned decades in advance. Within the book, it states the idea of a single global currency, like XRP, makes sense when paired with a global information infrastructure like Ripple's Interledger protocol that can move digital money around easily. And of course, naturally, all of this will take a while to sort out. Now, what makes this book such a big deal for Ripple and XRP is the credibility of the authors who wrote it. They are institutionally important people. We have Daniel C. Lynch, who is the founder and chairman of Cybercash Incorporated, one of the pioneering companies in internet financial transactions. He is also the founder and chairman of the Interop company that serves on the board of directors for the Santa Fe Institute, the Biometrics Institute, and the Internet Society. And then we also have Leslie Lundquist, who is a writer and software engineer specializing in new technologies and internet publishing. She has worked on many groundbreaking computer projects, including projects like Xerox and Apple Computer, and currently owns a successful writing and internet consulting business. So two individuals with mind-blowing accolades and achievements wrote a book which perfectly describes what it is that Ripple is trying to achieve with XRP, and Wall Street expert Linda P. Jones confirmed that XRP was destined to take over. It was pre-planned decades ago. Do you really think Bitcoin just appeared out of nowhere in 2009 and took the powers that be by total surprise, or was it part of a much bigger and older plan to gradually introduce the future of money? And then once the new system is finally ready, XRP will finally live up to its potential, its endgame plan to be worth thousands of dollars as a bridge currency for this new monetary system. I mean, we can hear in this interview with former Ripple employee Marcus Treacher confirming that XRP is infinitely scalable with the help of Interledger protocol, and that the liquidity model of XRP was meant to scale to 7 to 9 billion people, therefore the whole world. Listen closely.
We configured our technology in a way that really fits the problem of cross-border payments liquidity very, very well. So for the cross-border payment challenge, we've created an open internet model. We call the idea Interledger. So Interledger, like the internet, supports our Ripple technology globally. And that model does not require a single universal common blockchain. It requires a very open blockchain interconnectivity. And that means that the volume is theoretically infinite. It's like the internet never runs out of capacity. Elements do, but the internet still works because it's inherently decentralized. So Ripple is the same. So we have a decentralized model which is infinitely scalable. Supporting that, we have our liquidity proposition, which uses XRP, and that's a classic blockchain. But XRP was designed from the outset for transacting. So unlike the likes of Bitcoin, which is like very slow and slows down as you continue to build on volume, the XRP model is very, very, very high speed and very high capacity. So the liquidity part is very adequately served by the XRP model. The wider network we're creating, where if you're really going to create something of value for 7 billion people in the world, or 9 billion by 2050.
Now, in regards to the liquidity model, the XRP quantum liquidity model, the model values XRP as a liquidity asset boasting a high enough value to uphold financial stability for an extended period of time. It considers XRP as a store of value rather than a means of transactions. The model evaluates that XRP's price would be $513,158, which I know that is very ridiculous. I could not imagine XRP ever getting that high, but what is much more realistic is the model created by Athey and Michnik. This model projects that XRP will capture 10% of the global market for cross-border payments and foreign exchange transactions by 2030, in 6 years' time. The model also assumes that XRP will become the preferred store of value within its demand, hitting $530 trillion by 2030, which does seem a little extensive, but then when you consider that all the world's money will be tokenized, will be digital, will be in this new system, and the world's money exceeds $1.4 quadrillion, that means that less than half of the money will be digital by 2030. And this model here from Athey and Michnik predicts that XRP's price would therefore be $4,813 by then. Wall Street confirmed that XRP and Ripple's takeover was pre-planned decades ago, and now Robert Michnik, co-creator of the XRP valuation model, former Ripple employee who now works for the leading Wall Street institute, BlackRock, as their head of digital assets, believes XRP could be worth $4,813 in the years to come. Ripple is deeply connected with the leading institutions and governments all around the world. XRP's price was pre-planned, its takeover was pre-planned, but if you need more convincing, then how about this post here from Smoke? Confidential presentation from BNY Mellon, the world's largest custodian of assets with $48 trillion AUM. The illustration of blockchain in financial services virtual scape highlights Ripple and Stellar as special infrastructure and base protocol, the only two with this designation, not Bitcoin, not Ethereum, not USDT Tether, Ripple and Stellar, XRP and XLM. And to take it one step further, here is BNY Mellon's Chief Operating Officer of Digital Assets, Katie Neat, seated beside Ripple's Eric Van Miltenberg, Senior Vice President of Strategic Initiatives, for the panel on tokenization. This is huge. Take a listen.
I'm Katie Neat here. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for the Digital Assets business at BNY. We set up our digital assets business 3 years ago now and launched our crypto custody capability in October 22. But really the idea of tokenization and the threat and opportunity that tokenization presents to our traditional business is what's been driving us all this time. So BNY celebrated its 240th birthday last year. So very different than the company that I'm on today with. And we have, $50 trillion worth of assets under custody in the traditional space. But what we hear from our clients is, as the world changes, they want to be able to have interoperability between their traditional and their digital assets. They want to be able to do that through the value chain. So our strategy as a business is to create the products and create the opportunities for clients to achieve just that. Sometimes that's building ourselves on our own digital asset platform. Sometimes that's working with third-party platforms. And the way we've gone about building our business is to think about integrating both with our traditional tech stack, but also by incorporating partners and third-party blockchains into our network as well. So for a very old bank in a very new space, it's a really interesting opportunity. The stats around tokenization bear out with our clients, and our clients are the biggest asset managers, asset owners, dealers, the people that we can see here in front of us.
This is such a big deal and further proof that XRP is connected with the leading institutions within Wall Street. BNY Mellon, BlackRock, and then Wall Street experts are openly telling you that these developments take time, but they have been in motion from behind the scenes for decades. Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple know what they are doing. They know their takeover was determined from the beginning, and in fact, Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, recently stated live on CNBC that we want the United States to be one of the financial centers of this next generation technology, which will further strengthen their connection to US institutions within Wall Street. Take a listen.
Brad Garlinghouse said now is a defining moment for crypto, and his group and others are working to play catch up in DC.
This is an industry that has been behind in Washington and really been on the defensive from some, I think, uneducated and sometimes intentionally or not, I'm not sure, but really those who are trying to kill crypto in the United States at a time when we want the US to be one of the financial centers of this next generation technology.
Then we have this post from Cyprus here. What is going on behind the scenes once more, and who is at the center of it? Future matters. Re-architecturing the global financial system, it talks about the transformation in finance is underpinned by initiatives from both the public and private sectors, including regulatory bodies and fintech companies like Ripple. And as we can see in this post again, in the list of contributors, Ripple's policy director Rahul Vini is amongst this list of global leaders. But that is not all. Ripple, the company themselves, also just released a study, Innovation Meets User-Centric Research, which involves over 350 financial leaders shedding light on the challenges in payment reconciliation. Again, further proving just how deep Ripple's connections are with the leaders of this financial world, and it is for these reasons, their developments that have been going on from behind the scenes in the shadows, their connections to Wall Street, their belief that Ripple and XRP is going to take over from the shadows. It is for these reasons that XRP will be worth thousands of dollars in the years to come, which is why you can't look short term, So think long term, and I'll see you in the next one.